Header, footer, then
List tag, order
uh,
list, or
yeah,
list.
list. Yeah, good, good.
Line break tag.
Okay. Okay, guys. Not an issue. Someone, please do some collective exercise, and you just uh, come up with documentation tomorrow. Okay. So everyone should, because almost we will cover, because today we will see some HTML entities, and then we will see about HTML table, and then some attributes of link today, and then some listing, yeah, list tag, ULLI today. So these are the things we are going to see today. Almost all the HTML, I think we are good to go with the HTML. Yeah, we are okay. Yeah, we can move ahead to CSS part tomorrow onwards. Okay. Yeah. So after our class today, please everyone come up with a document. Okay, everyone should. We are planning to provide some credentials in our codefactory.in, the website itself. We will provide you some access to upload all your assignments and assessments, everything. Very soon, I think maybe it will be ready on next Monday. So meanwhile, you keep it ready, your assignment on HTML tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, fine. So, yeah, let's move to the next part, which we can start today. The table. Before going to table, let me tell you something about the link URL that we have, anchor tag we have seen yesterday. No, so in anchor tag, I forgot to tell something about the URL and the JavaScript call using HTML without doing any JavaScript code itself. We can call some function using HTML itself. That part I want to tell you. Yeah, let me share my screen. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. So I'm just going to my local folder as well. So I need to open XAMPP htdocs. Yeah, before that I need to switch on my services. Yeah, now I'm just going into our pages. Yeah, farm, my first page. Yeah, anything is fine. Farm, I'm just opening my first page, and then parallelly I'm just opening it in a notepad. Yeah, yeah. So yesterday we have seen like in a link, for example, uh, in a link we can give some external URL to. So once we have clicked that link, it will automatically redirect to the external URL, or it will go to the internal file. Okay, let's see. That is why we have seen, if I click the read more link, yeah, it will take me to the form.html. That is the one of the page which is available in our web page itself. Yeah. So now what I give some more additional input. For example, here instead of read more, I'm just writing mail me. Okay. So there in HTML itself, there is one attribute value is there in href tag, that we can just use a function, simple function, mail to colon info at codefactory.in. If I save like the, yeah, tell me. Okay, fine. Yeah. So if we save like this, when I run it, I'm sorry, 1 second. Guys. Yeah. So if I yeah, now the link is showing like mail me. Okay. So in the URL, what we have given is mail to colon some email address. Even you can give, so many in many websites you may have seen like this, contact us, mail us. So once you have clicked on that, it will automatically open a pop-up window to mail there in Outlook or something, whatever the default application we using in the system. So let's click on this. So it is directly go to the mail app. If I am using Outlook, it will take Outlook by default. Okay, that is the browser functionality. But we are calling by a function called mail to colon some mail address, info@codefactory.in. So if we give so because earlier yesterday what we have given external URL, and then what we have given, we have given internal file URL. Now what we are giving some external email address, so automatically it will take you to the, so if you are in future, if you are developing a web page, you can simply keep a link and you can redirect to any mail ID. So automatically it will open in a mail. So you can direct. So in the mailbox there will be automatically that mail ID will come into the two box. That two address box is there, no? In that two address box, text box, automatically the info@codefactory.in will be placed. Okay, that is the one important attribute in the href tag. Okay, now what we are going to see some other thing. For example, just I am putting hash or something to the to make it empty. We should not, actually the proper way is to make it empty is void. We should we can give JavaScript void zero, or simply void zero, something we need to give like this to make the link empty. Okay, so then here for example, I'm just mm, yeah, writing one on click function. For example, mail me is a link. Okay, so I'm just changing the text now. Instead of mail me, I'm just click me. Okay, now what I'm just going to write a function. For example, on click function, on click is equal to, here there are multiple ways we can call many of the function. Even I can call a JavaScript function. For example, I'm just giving Abdul function. Okay, so I'm just making a JavaScript not yet we have started. Later we will definitely see. Just I'm telling you script tag also we are familiar with. Am I right? So that is why I'm just putting a script tag. Script tag here. What I'm just doing is alert hello Abdul. Sometime I may do some mistakes also by doing any syntax issue or something. Yeah, fine. So I'm just saving it and I'm just executing it. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So now I'm just trying to click. Yeah, 1 second. The page is, yeah. I'm just calling JavaScript. No, so JavaScript colon Java. So yeah, this will be good, I think. Yeah. 1 second. Yeah, it's not clicking. 1 second. So yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's my mistake. So I didn't write a function itself. So I need to do create a function Abdul or something whatever. So open brace, close brace. If a function means function Abdul, this object brace we need to put it. As of now, just keep memorize this. I will explain it later. Okay, function and then open brace, close brace. Now I'm just putting alert inside the function. Inside the function. So hello Abdul. So earlier, when I was typing, it was a blank one without it was not under the function. So that is why we got the alert whenever we are refreshing the page itself. Okay, now whenever we are refreshing the page, we don't get anything. Now I'm just going to click me function. So what it happens here? So once I have given this on click function, I don't give anything, just I have given one on click function and I have just written call this function Abdul. So what it is doing, once I have clicked on that particular link, automatically it goes to the JavaScript and it calls the function Abdul, and it started working whatever we have written the script under the JavaScript function. Even for example, JavaScript we have not started. Anyway, I'm just telling you where x is equal to my some number, for example, mobile number 99940 something. Yeah. So now what I'm just doing is alert x. So just I'm just assigning my text in a variable. Later we will explain you on the JavaScript classes. Not an issue. If you don't understand also, not an issue. We will explain you. Just what I have done on click function. Inside that inside that attribute, I have called Abdul function. So that Abdul function is there here, and then it is automatically, we are just putting some information inside the function. Okay, so now I'm just saving and I'm just trying to refresh my page. If I click on it, I'm getting the value 99940, right? So this is how we can use the HRF hyperlink reference to call external URL. The methodologies we can give the external URL or internal file URL or blank empty, or we can give the blank empty including that on click function. So in HTML and JavaScript, not only on click, there are a lot of other functions are also there. For example, because if I click this, the browser and our HTML will consider that as a click event. Okay, yeah. If I click on click, for example, if I don't click, I just keep my mouse cursor on the link, but I don't click it. Okay, so it will not give any alert. I should click it, then only it will give alert. In some cases, what we can do is, even we can call some other functions like on blur, on hover. So hover is a mouse over. Okay, so mouse over we can call it as our hover whatever. Huh? So if we are just going to keep my mouse over the link, we can able to trigger something. That part we will see later, but not an issue. Just I am just bringing to your notice, lot of things are there to call from a HTML element. Okay, so these are the things, very important things. One is mail functionality, and then the second one is JavaScript or on click functionality, and another one is I can teach you, that is on click, just a confirmation alert. For example, wherever if you are using the what is that, a web page, wherever you can see some alert will be coming, even without JavaScript itself. we can do that. Just let me tell you. Yeah. So in the same on click event, we can directly return. That is the function called confirm function. Okay. For example, I am just so the first functionality should react with, for example, when I was clicking the link, it is directly called this function. Otherwise, for example, if I have given some URL, means once I have clicked that, it will be automatically reached to the particular URL. So the destination we can define here. So the destination we are defining as external URL or internal file or on click any event or any function call. So these are the very very important things. Okay, we can call in a anchor tag n number of methodology to call many things. Now I am just giving something return confirm. Confirm is a function. Confirm. Are you sure? For example, this is the confirmation. Whatever text we can put it, not an issue. Okay. So what it will do is first it will take the confirm functionality and then it will return. Just I am refreshing my page. I'm just clicking on it. It's not working, right? So on click return confirm. I think spelling mistake, right? Okay, so I'm just going to try with the, yeah, this is also not working. Why we need to see definitely. On click return confirm, definitely it should work. Yeah, just I'm removing this href tag. Let's see. Yeah, it's not even clickable. So JavaScript void 0 is correct only. Let me check whether I have done any mistakes in this semicolon or something. 1 second. Yeah, even, yeah, 1 second. I think yeah, correct only. My page is not refreshing. 1 second. So on click return confirm. It should return a message like 1 second. Maybe some small minor mistakes. So let me, yeah, Google also. So what we can do, HTML, what is that, return confirm alert on a tag. So whenever, because you may also do some mistakes, but we need to find out quickly by googling. We need to confirm. Okay, so this is correct only, right? Return confirm. So let's just directly copy and paste this first, and then we can analyze. So they have given that this is the right one. Yeah, just link is there. Yeah, it's throwing, yeah, alert. Are you sure? So if I do the cancel, it will not do any refresh or something. But if I am saying that okay, it will take to the next destination with whatever I have given. Yeah. So the thing is, yeah, it is working when we are giving in the, for example, let's say I am just giving form dot HTML. So the destination, if we are giving, that is why we are using the return confirmation. Yeah. So yeah, that is correct. I should not use the JavaScript empty void. what I need to do is I need to, yeah, once you have clicked that link, uh, whether I need to confirm yes or no. No means it will not load. If I am doing confirmation yes, it will go to the form.html. The destination must be there here. Okay, that is the difference. Yeah. So when we when we call the JavaScript function, the destination is not required. But when we are just asking any confirmation, because for example, if I write a function like this, delete. For example, I am just here writing something, delete. Once you clicked that, if it is deleting that element, that record or something, how it will be? Actually, I don't. We don't write anything as of now for deletion. Any SQL query or something programming we need to write on call basis the function. But unexpectedly, if someone is going and directly deleting without confirmation, what will happen? Some data loss will happen unknowingly, because human errors are casual. Okay, so they can anytime they can do some mistakes. So that is why we are asking them, we are triggering a alert with the confirmation message. Whatever message you can give. Are you sure to delete? Yeah, the message is common or custom, whatever we can give anything. Are you sure to delete? If yes means I can go to the next action. Okay, as of now the action is form.html. Later we will put some delete functionality. So it will automatically delete the record. Okay, this is also one of the important feature. So we have seen, I think, 4 to 5 calls. The first one will be external link, internal file, and then JavaScript call function call, and then the written confirmation thing. Okay, so these are the very important things which is interconnected with the a tag, that is called anchor tag. Okay. Yes, guys, have you understood?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yeah, yeah. So now we can go and move to the next part. That will be HTML entities. For HTML entities is nothing but the entities to bring some HTML. For example, you are nowadays we guys we are using a lot of emojis like in WhatsApp and Facebook. Every social media we are using emojis, and then if we want to bring some, so in HTML, any tag, for example, if I want to show hash, directly I can write. So that is the flexibility in HTML. It is there. So for example, I'm just giving a h1 tag. So I'm just putting some dollar, some hash, something. Okay, in h1, but definitely it will display whatever I'm writing. That is the HTML feature. Okay, whatever I'm writing, it will display. But in keyboard, lot of special characters are not there. Am I right? You can't enter directly some special, for example, what is that? Yeah, some special characters. Yeah. So those kind of entities can be called from the HTML entities. So that is the important of this HTML entity function. For example, let's say what if I want to give. So if we want to break give some break between two lines. For example, let's say I'm just giving yeah, two h1 tag now. I'm just putting one break tag here. If I'm doing like this, so break, yeah, some breaks, it is making some line breaks. Okay, so we are getting the space between the lines. Now what I'm just doing is, but h1 tag automatically it will come in second line only. Yeah, it is coming in second line only. But what I can make it, for example, I'm just making it as a single h1 tag or something. Yeah, Yeah. So now if I want to make some space here using HTML entity means what I can do, I can use is I can use some HTML entity. Every HTML entity will start from the and expression. Okay, and okay, and for example I am typing and NBSP. We need to put some semicolon. So this is one kind of, what is that, HTML entity. For example, I'm just putting some multiple times here, so you can find some gap. So to give the space, sometime in HTML, due to some editor or something, you cannot able to create space between some characters. At those times, you need to use this kind of HTML entities. For example, a lot of HTML entities are there. For example, just I am putting one HTML entity and GT. GT is one of the HTML entity. So what it shows, greater than symbol. So if I put LT, it will show less than. So I am just giving one or two example only. But lot of thousands of HTML entities. If you put HTML entity, for example, let's go to HTML entity, whatever. Yeah, here you can find lot of list. For example, if you want to write some pound special character, you cannot find in your keyboard. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you cannot find many special characters. Euro, pound, yen, all these you cannot found in your keyboard. So at that time, what you can do, and semicolon you need to put. You can directly call it like putting like that entity. So pound and then dollar, whatever I can send. So not only these 10 items, n number of items are there. Okay. So whenever you required anything, at that case, at that moment you will go and find. So then the experience makes it okay. So whenever you are doing any web page or any something, guys, 1 second, excuse me please, for a minute, I'm getting a call continuously. 1 second. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Some important call. Yeah, okay. So what I was saying that so lot of n number of thousands of crores of entities are there. So whatever entity if you require, you simply go and check the entity ID and you can put it with and symbol, and in the end of the semicolon symbol you need to give it. So once if you use the this kind of entity, because for example uh, now our Indian money has been changed with the symbol of rupees currency. What is the currency? So if you want to bring it in HTML, how will you make it? So there, at those case, you just go and search Indian currency symbol, whatever. Yeah, in HTML entity, it will be as entity only. Yeah, so you are getting like this the entity. Yeah, so you got it. So in every language, for example, if you are giving some UTF code or something, or some hexadecimal code or some color code, whatever. So to bring something, some entities are there that we need to use definitely. If I'm just putting this entity, definitely I will get the currency icon, I think. Yeah, got it right. So whenever depends on your requirement only, you will find anything. Okay. So I just gave input on the HTML entities. Now this is your call. Whatever the entity you need, you go and pick it up and you can implement in your HTML. Okay. Yeah. Then I think we can move to further. The next things are table, right? Yeah. So table we need to I think already some of you will be familiar with the table. Okay, that is also very simple only, guys. Okay, don't need to worry, this is not a big thing. Okay, so whenever we are opening a tag syntax, we need to close the same tag. Okay, that is very important. Huh? Table now I'm opening. So what I need to do is I need to first set my, so in a table what will be there, guys? What will be there in the table? Can anyone tell?
Columns and rows.
Yeah, very good. Columns and rows. Then what it will be there?
Sir, heading.
Data.
Data.
Yeah, data, definitely. Without data, what is the use to have the table, right? Yeah, correct, guys. Yeah.
Table
So
border.
yeah, table border, absolutely correct.
Sir,
Yeah,
table spacing, cell spacing, border width, border height.
correct, correct. Everything is there. Yeah. So to make a simple table, we need very important tags. Only 3 tags. Okay, you can memorize it. Okay, one is table tag. Already in the name itself, it is there, table. So you no need to even memorize. Okay, and then the second tag is table row. Okay, tr tag. Okay, so first you need to do that. Table heading is very important. Okay, first th. Okay, I think that is th. So to make the table headers, we need to first put table row. For example, tr tag I am opening. Okay, and just I am closing the tr table row tag. Okay, to close the table row, I need to use the slash, right? So table row. Now I am just creating table headers. For example, in a table, you can just for a profile table, what are all the names, column names will be there? Could you please tell any column names? Like in the registration form, we used something. So name, first name or something. Okay, first name, and then just I am giving email, and then what we can do, same copy and paste it for 3 times. You make the changes. email, mobile, address, and then finally some pin code or something, whatever we can have it. Okay, so as of now I kept 5 things, 5 headers. Now just 1 second, guys. Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm publishing the headers alone first. Let's see what it's appearing. What it is coming, first name, email, mobile, but it is not in the aligned manner, right? So for that, what we can do, we can add some table borders. Uh, So that is the styling part, CSS. We will start the styling part tomorrow, okay? But even we can write in HTML tag itself, we can open the, what is that, border and something, whatever we can put something. So I can, yeah, someone is saying something, yeah.
Yes, sir. So you can add height, width, then
Yeah, height, width, and by all the attributes, whatever we required, all these things I can add, right? So I'm just giving one style here, and just I am putting some border. Border in the sense we need to give in the pixels, okay, 1 pixel or 2 pixel, okay, 2 pixels I'm just giving, okay, 2 pixels. If we want the border as in a solid, a thick border, solid or something, we can give solid black, something we can give like this, okay. So that's it. I'm just, yeah. So now what I can do, so these things, let me tell you, yeah, the difference between the style writing in the HTML and the CSS, that is very, very, very important. Let me tell you the difference, what it is happening. For example, let's say here what happened now, one common border has been found, am I right? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one common border has been found now. If I want to give it for all the headers, I need to copy and paste in all the headers. For example, that will that will be really tedious job, no? Yeah. For example, let's say, yeah, in TR also we can add TH also we can add all the TH if we add. So everything will be in the style. 1 second. Why first name is what mistake I have done?
So it is overlapping.
Overlapping. Okay, fine, not an issue. Okay, so you can, so in CSS, let me tell you. So that is why the difference between HTML and CSS. If we apply the style in every tag, it will be a really tedious job, and also it will do some overriding as well. Okay, so the best part to give the styling, that is the CSS. Okay, for example, for all the tags in one line I can give write some CSS. For example, I'm just opening a style tag, right? I'm just giving some yeah, closing the style tag. Now what I'm doing is I am giving some border. So what we can do is we can call the yeah. So for example, yeah, let me tell you, first we need to give the border for table, and then we need to give the border for header, and then we need to give the border for data cells, okay. So these are the 3 items we need to give the style. So whatever the style we have given, we can simply cut and paste here. So it will be automatically apply in all the cells, data cells. Even if you are having thousands of data cells, it will be applied in that also. Yeah, I think, yeah, let me tell you 1 second. Yeah, because it has some, yeah, style. Okay. TD, we not it right, I think, right. 1 second. So let us write first the TD also. For example, first name. Now we should create one more another TR tag, row tag, that is for the values. So let me complete the table first, and then we go to the styling part. Okay. So now I'm just closing the table row. Now what we need to do is TD, table data. So TD. So how many table header is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we need 5 table data. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to copy and we need to paste 4 times. 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Now what is the 5 time? Let's say Shahrukh, email ID info at codefactory.in, and then mobile number something 9990000, address something, so 12 some JP Nagar 4th block something. I'm just giving, yeah, here the pin code something. Now I'm just going to, so this is the one TR row. Let me tell you, let me explain. Yeah. So now you can see, you can find the first name Shahrukh, email info. Now I want to give additionally Bilal details also in the table, for example. So I need to make additional row, additional one row, that is called TR. Okay. I'm just copying the same set. I'm just pasting once again. I'm just making I'm just renaming it as Bilal. Okay, now I'm just saving and refreshing. Now you can find two rows. Okay, am I right? In a table there is two rows are there. Now we can go for the styling part. So the for the table, yeah, style table have I done? Yeah, I think it is not calling, maybe due to some reasons. Yeah, even we can call by ID, or we can call by class. Lot of things are there. Uh, yeah. What can we give is, I think it is not taking. So what we can give is we can call a class. Just we can give any name. YTT something the name. So for that particular class we can call, for example, I'm just giving one class alone, dot YTT. So the dot YTT dot means we need to call a dot for the class. Okay, let me tell what is the difference between class and ID and other stuffs. Okay, so it is not taking Y. So okay, 1 second. So first let me put, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I have done the mistake. I should not write the style here inside the CSS. So inside the HTML only, I should write the style. Okay. So here, yeah, I need to only write the styles, but not the syntax style. Okay. The syntax style, it should be used only on the, it should be only used on the HTML element. Like if I write something here, the style, I need to write style. But if inside the style already the style is there, right? So already we are writing under the style sheet only. So we can, it is not required. Just simply we can give the table. So what are all the tags I need to give the styles? So table tag, th tag, and then td tag. So all the tags need to be filled with the border 2 pixel solid black. Okay. So now if I need to save and I need to refresh. Have you got it, the borders in all the cells, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, that's it, guys. Yeah, in the style lot of things are there, but some basics we must need to know. We don't want to go advanced because nowadays that is why we have included bootstrap styling framework in our curriculum. Okay, so we will teach you the bootstrap, so even you don't want to write any styling, everything will be automatically coming. So initial days, yeah, when I'm writing all the styles and syntaxes, it may be confusing. Whenever, yeah, going forward, definitely you can understand everything quickly, and also without coding, no coding web development, we can crack it. Okay, we are just moving towards, but one thing is there, without knowing the fundamentals and basics, if we are cracking the web page without no coding, is there any use? No use, because if any error comes, you don't know how to fix it. So that is why we are going from the fundamentals, basics. So definitely our classes, the upcoming classes will be in advance with the bootstrap framework for the CSS. It will be tomorrow onwards. Tomorrow will be something basic with CSS only. Day after tomorrow onwards, we will pitch into bootstrap. Okay. So now in this table styling itself, lot of things are there. Border collapse is there, and then margin padding is there, lot of things are there. For example, text align. So the text align is, now I don't know what is the text align. I think it is left aligned, I think. We can give some right align also, we can center align also. So lot of stylings is there. So the important exercise I am giving it to you right now for tomorrow. You need to go and find some important styling elements. Okay, like text align, background color, and then this border collapse, margin. So what are all the important styling elements are there? You must need to go and google it, and you need to come with at least 10 styles tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I think these are the things for today's session, guys. I think we are good to go with the next level. We have almost completed all the parts of HTML. The header tag, footer tag, div tag, all those it will be come in the web development picture, including the styling part. Okay, that is we are going to cover in the next module. Okay, if you have any queries, you can ask now.
So next class is based on CSS, sir. CSS bootstrap like that.
Yeah. Say next class tomorrow will be CSS. Day after onwards, it will be Bootstrap.
Sir, do we have to upload any assignments, sir?
Yeah, definitely you need to be ready with your 2 assignments. One is on the HTML. You can include this also in HTML. And the styling for the next class, you need to come up with some styling elements. Okay. Yeah, the HTML, whatever we have covered so far, all the you need to make one example for every elements, and you need to make a document ready before this Friday. Okay, you need to submit in our website. We will provide you the website credential to access and to upload everything. Okay.
So it is like a theory or it is like coding?
Coding.
Coding, not a theory. Like for a
Guys,
hex tag.
I think this is the 4th day our class since day 0. We have, I think we are doing everything practically. Am I right? Guys, one more question. You are doing everything parallelly with me. Am I right? Are you doing or not?
Yes.
Yeah, you should do. Yeah, because for example, you have a lot of other works after this class. I have a lot of other works after this class. Okay, so that is why we are insisting you to whenever I am writing in the screen. That is why I am sharing my screen. Otherwise, why I should share my screen? You need to parallelly run your coding and you need to execute. That is the practical oriented session. Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we can close today's session. We'll prepare for CSS tomorrow. Okay.
So coding document we want to upload. Coding document.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
கைஸ் இன் தமிழ் யாருக்காச்சும் எதுவும் டவுட் இருக்காப்பா கேளுங்க. इन हिंदी आल्सो अगर कुछ डाउट था तो पूछो. ओके.
Sir,
Yes, Zahir.
can you tell me the audio tag, sir? How to insert audio tag?
Yeah, that part already we have covered, no? So that audio tag will come under the audio tag only, but we need to insert the source. So like this. So audio tag, even control we don't want, but if we want to include some controls, we can do some control. But without control, you can play an audio. Just put a audio tag, open tag, close tag. In between, just give a source src, the mp3 file. Okay. This file can be external file or internal file, whatever the URL you need to give here. Okay.
Sir.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Let's see tomorrow. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
you so
anything
much.
if you want to, if anyone has any queries, yeah, you can stay back. Otherwise, let's others they can leave the call. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.